What up, gang? On a very special episode today, we're going to talk about a haunting experience that happened to me as a kid. I was involved in a real poltergeist event. I don't know how else to say it. It really happened. It's a true story. Don't know how else to explain it to you. I know there's a lot of ghost hunters or paranormal enthusiasts, investigators, who are always trying to find, a story or evidence of that one thing that happened. Well, to me, when I was 6 years old, and it really happened. Okay, it really happened to me, and we'll go ahead and get into that in a little bit. I'm still gonna have a little bit of fun on my channel here. I do got the bleeding red candle that I want to use to tell a spooky story, because even though I like telling fake scary stories, just regular ghost stories that have some merit. You never know. Sometimes they are urban legends or things that people said if they've gone through a long time ago, and people just forgot and they don't even believe it anymore because it's just so long, such a long time ago. But today we will tell a true scary story, and it is something that happened to me. I got a couple of them. This is one of the main ones I definitely wanted to tell you guys about. And I'll make sure before Halloween's over, I'll tell the rest of the other stories maybe in a couple of videos later from here. But for now, I just got back from eating dinner as well. I just got back from Jack in the Box again. You know that I did. Also got my mom's famous chili that she gave me. It's delicious. Shout out to Mom. Hi, Mom. Hope you're doing okay. Dingity dingus. So, I got, again, monster tacos for dinner. And they're delicious. I also got an extreme sausage. It's really good. I used to get those when I was working at I used to work for a phone company. I was answering phones for non-emergency medical transportation, so taking people to their doctor's appointments and stuff. And at lunch, I'd go get that extreme sausage because I needed something to hit the spot. And right now I'm having dinner, so I need something to hit the spot for sure. Alright, yeah, so I got Mom's chili. And I put it in the monster taco. It's gonna taste really good, so we're gonna go take a bite out of that. Delicious. Yeah, these monster tacos, they haven't failed me yet. So anyways, let's get to the story, right? Also got my diet root beer. Again, I am watching my calories. I'm trying not to eat fast food all the time, but these tacos are not too bad. I'll probably lay off the burgers though, not too many burgers, but I'm doing alright. My diet, I'm losing weight and I'm feeling healthier, feeling better, all that. So anyways, Wood can go ahead and talk about, in the last video, you guys heard me talk about this guy. And you know, if you did watch it, then you know what happened with me and him. Or I don't know if that's a him or a her, just a little baby clown or something. I don't know. Oh, it's talking to me. Anyways. So if you did watch that video, then you know the story with the clown. But this clown was in the same house that I'm gonna tell you the story about that happened to me when I was 6 years old. Okay? So he'll be right there hanging out with me. This portion of the video. So let's go ahead and get to it. So it was about, the year was 1996, and I'm in southern Arizona. I was living in a townhouse with my mom, and if you heard from the other story, yes, my brother and my sister had rooms upstairs, so it was kind of a 3-bedroom townhouse, one big one downstairs, 2 bedrooms up on the top. There was 2 bathrooms. One bathroom was on the top, one bathroom was on the bottom. Excuse me. So I'm sitting there, right? And that time in 1996, I was watching TV shows like Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, all those classic shows. And I'm having a good time, you know, and I'm pretty sure I was watching Nickelodeon. I remember one of the shows that was famous at the time was called Real Monsters, which is one of my favorite shows that I remember. But I was sitting there watching TV, and then I hear a knock like this, like, right? Something hits the wall behind me. So I'm sitting, imagine I'm sitting right here like this on a couch, and the TV's in front of me, and behind me I hear something hit the wall, just like that. Okay, then my mom, and me and my mom are by ourselves, okay? She is in the room, in that room where the noise came from. And so then I hear her yell. She goes, ah, you know, like a woman scream, a yell. My mom, you know, kind of worried me, and I'm like, I jumped up right away because I'm like, nosy kid, right? Excuse me. So I go to go see what happened to her, okay? So, mind you, before that happened, the day before that happened, we had recently went to the carnival, right? So, you know, carnivals come and go. They come to your city, to your town, to your state, whatever. They appear once in a while, and they got the rides, the candy, and the popcorn, right? Okay. Well, at this carnival, after we had gotten off of a ride, I remember this ride because I had drank a can of Coca-Cola. I drank it really fast, drank the whole thing, then I went on the roller coaster, and then I threw up. Yeah. Then I remember my mom and my dad, they had a bag of popcorn, like big, really, can you see that on the camera? Like really, it goes bigger than me, like a body bag of popcorn. We're talking about popcorn size body bag, huge bag of popcorn. So yeah, so they were carrying that around, and like, it's something fun you get at the fair or the carnival, right? So it was a cool thing, and they wanted it. My dad loved popcorn, so my mom got him that big old bag. Um, and they didn't finish it; it was too big, right? So it was at the house when this happened. Okay, so now you know about the bag of popcorn. Um, let's just say about a month before this happened, and I'm gonna come back to the story, but when you need to know a little bit more, more or less, why, okay, or what happened before that. So my mom, she she likes antiques, and she likes old furniture and old things like that, and one of her family members, and I'm not going to divulge who, but I will say somebody in the family was involved with witchcraft, was involved with those types of things. I can't say, just for protection and respect of my own family, I'll just say that item belonged to my mom. I'm sorry, that item belonged to her family member, and she found that item, which was a dresser, an old dresser, wooden dresser, about 3 drawers, big, old wooden pieces of wood to put it together, whatever. You could tell it was old, but it was neat, and my mom liked it, and it was antique, and she's like, oh, I gotta have this dresser. I'm pretty sure this family member wouldn't mind if I took it, or they had it there, storage, the way my mom came across it. She brought it into our new house, and she put it in her bedroom, the same bedroom where this thing happened. So, again, we'll go back to the story now that you got a little bit of history on it. So the thing hits the wall. Then I run into the room, and my mom yelled. And I look at my mom, and my mom turns and looks at me, and I said, "What happened?" And she had her face was pale white, and her eyes were just like big and in shock. And she looks at me, and she says, she called me by my nickname. She says, nickname, and then she sends me off, and she says, "Get out of here, run away, get out of here now, hurry, go, get out of here, hurry, run away, like you're in danger, get the F out," right? Okay, I don't know what to think about that. So my first response is, shit, I ran upstairs to my room, to my bedroom. I ran as fast as I could. I'm just a little kid, 6 years old. And ever since that moment, my heart starts pounding, right? I'm starting to feel, whoa, what the hell is wrong with my mom? Why would she scare me like that? And what do I have to do about it? So I get to the top of the stairs. So I'm wrong about the house. I think it was a 4-bedroom. Because I had my own bedroom, which was next to my sister's bedroom, which was next to my brother's bedroom, okay? So I'm headed up to the flight of stairs, and I get to the top of the stairs, and there's a bathroom there, right next to my room, and then my sister's room, and then my brother's room. As I'm about to walk into my room, which is the first room in front of me, if I look to the left, there's my brother's room. And in my brother's room, I saw he has a rocking chair that my mom just bought him, I guess from Keno, Rocky Point, wherever. I don't know where they got, Mexico, some kind of gift. And it was a nice rocking chair, and it was in his room. As all this was happening, I saw his rocking chair going back and forth by itself with no one in it, right? And you think, as a kid, that's enough, right? from that moment, I already knew. I kind of had a feeling what was wrong with my mom downstairs. So it felt like it was everywhere. Whatever it wasn't just downstairs with my mom. It was upstairs with me. I don't know if you believe in the invisible man, but the mother who was sitting in that chair, rocking back and forth, that day. And so I didn't get to go in the other rooms and look around because at that point, I don't want to be upstairs anymore. I don't want to be by myself. I need to go back downstairs. Even though my mom told me to run away, I want to go back to my mom. And so the moment I turn around and I head back downstairs, I can feel this presence. Something wicked, right? Something crazy. Or maybe just something that I don't understand as a human, right? I can't conceive it. I can't comprehend what it is. But my heart and my brain are telling me, fucking move, dude. Run. And I'm trying to get down these stairs as fast as I can, but it feels like forever, just like with the clown, right? When you're in fear and you're scared, you feel like you're going in slow motion, right? So I started going in slow motion down the stairs, and it felt like that thing was right behind me. Every step I was going, it felt like it was right behind me because I couldn't see it. Anyways, from what my mom told me, so I finally make it downstairs, right? I go back to where my mom is at, and she's in a hurry, in a rush, and she's looking at me like, what are you doing? She grabs my hand, and she bolts me out of the house, and you can hear as we're running out all kinds of shit in the house, all kinds of stuff, excuse me, falling over, opening and closing, the cabinets, all the things were floating up around, moving around, all that shit was happening. Okay? As we're leaving the house, that was like behind us, like a tornado in our house of stuff moving around, floating by itself and moving. What that was, the only other place in the world that I've ever seen anything like that was the freaking movie The Poltergeist. Okay? That was a poltergeist. I never thought I experienced anything like it, but check this out. What's weird is the story with the clown. Now, my mom doesn't know about the story about the clown. I try to explain it to her later, but she doesn't know that they go together because this happened at least a few days or a week before the poltergeist story. So there was already stuff happening in the house, but she didn't know that. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to what happens next. Basically, we get to the car, and it's like a horror movie. We run out of the house, and we don't want to look back. I don't want to look back. My mom, we're saying prayers. We're trying to figure things out. Like what can we? How do we protect ourselves from this thing? We don't know what it is. I don't know what to tell you, but I do know that we never went back to that house since that night. We went to my grandma's house and we stayed there, and we moved out of that house. I mean, would you want to go back to a house that was happened to? Right? Exactly. So, then I could say what I remember was that my dad and my brother, he encountered it, and I asked him about it, and he had come back from California, and back then he was about 19 or 20 or something like that, and he was doing his thing, and he was visiting friends in California, but he didn't know that this was going on, So he goes to the house while we're not there, and he walks in on it, and he freaked out too. He didn't know what to do. We all moved out. We didn't. It was like an anomaly. We didn't report it to the police. We didn't tell anybody. Technically, I'm the first one to say anything about it ever. But it's been so long ago. Who could go and find out? Maybe I'll go ghost hunting over there and and investigate that same house. Uh, I don't know if it's still haunted. Could be. Um, well, I just saw like a weird light. Something was like a orb. It looked like an orb in my house. Anyways, I guess I'm having too much fun with the scary story. But anyways, so my brother tells me, he says he remembers that the windows were opening and closing, the cabinets were opening and closing. It was hell. He grabbed his clothes, he left. My dad ended up having to go to our local church. They took some people over there. They were praying over the place or whatever, but we never went back. No one wanted to go back. Me and my mom certainly didn't want to go back. So then what my mom told me at the end was, we're going to talk about the bag of popcorn and what the noise was in the room, okay? So what I didn't see, but what my mom saw was she was folding clothes that she just took out of the washing machine and they're dried. And she was folding clothes. Excuse me. When she was sitting there, the big bag of popcorn that she bought for my dad, it was sitting across the room against the wall. And she said she was sitting there, and all of a sudden, oh, I'm sorry. It goes a little bit different. The story go. I want to tell the story correct. She had a Mexican candy that was sitting on her dresser. It's called the tamarindo. Tamarindo. I don't know if you know what those are. They're really good. Kind of got like a seed in the middle. You kind of suck on the seed once you're done eating. Anyways, it was sitting on her dresser. Guess what? The same dresser she got from the relative who was involved with that stuff. Right? Okay. She's folding the clothes, and the noise was the freaking candy flying off the dresser by itself. No one touched it. No one's in the room with her. She was by herself, and it hit the wall. So my mom sees that, and she goes, "Ah!" Right? She gets scared, and maybe for anybody normal, maybe anybody in their house, that would scare the hell out of them. But is it enough to freak out that hard? Or maybe you just kind of play it off in your brain like, oh, okay, well, maybe it was just an accident. I don't know how that happened, but I'll ignore it, right? Well, then the next thing that happens is right in front of her in the popcorn bag, a pair of butt cheeks, of imprints of butt cheeks sit right on the popcorn bag like that, and they squish it like if somebody was invisible sitting on the bag of popcorn. That's why she told me to get out of the room, get away. So that's what she saw, and that's what happened. That's it. That's the end of the story. I guess that could be the end of this episode. I don't know what you believe about it. You could say I'm full of crap. You don't have to believe me, but I swear 100%. I put that on whatever you want me to put it on. I could do a lie detector. I could do an episode where a ghost hunter comes and does a lie detector on me. I will pass that lie detector because this is a true story. That's all I'm going to say. My name is Shinda Sky, and this is one of the reasons why I decided other paranormal things did happen to me later in life that I can explain to you and tell you different stories of accounts. But that is one of the major stories that did take place in my life. That's why I'm a ghost hunter, and that's why I'm interested in the paranormal now, because this really happened to me as a kid. Um, I'm interested. I want to know more. I want proof. I want other people to know more. I want people to know, hey, there's really stuff out there. There's a chance. There's an afterlife. There's something out there that's more than just flesh and bone, right? There's some things that you just can't explain, that a scientist, that a doctor, a police officer, a judge in a courtroom, a lawyer cannot explain some of these things that happen to us. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of us out there that's happened to, and you have to suffer alone because you don't know who to share it with or how to explain this part of your life. And so you trying to figure out how to live your life, the rest of your life like that. So anyways, this episode's for all you guys who've been through something similar, and just kind of also an introduction of why I'm a ghost hunter, why why I've kind of spiraled into that direction in life. And that's just something I want to share. So anyways, I'm definitely going to share more. I'll do my best to share more true stories of stuff that happened to me. Then I'll try to find more. I think I'll do more like monster hunting, more urban legend kind of hunting. I just know that I'm going to be, as far as ghost hunting goes, I am always going to be searching for the real deal. Okay, so that's it. Thank you for coming to this channel. I'm gonna finish enjoying my dinner. I'm gonna eat these salsa tacos. They're so delicious. I love you guys, and thanks for stopping by. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Halloween. I'll be doing more Halloween episodes and videos, and we'll see you next time, all right? You guys have a good one. Peace.